What's going on, y'all? It is Eric Text Us. I'm back again here, and I'm going through my storage unit like I always have been since the start of this channel. My goodness, it is large, it is huge, and it is full of stuff. I pulled out this old realistic DX-370. Of course, this came out back in the day, about 1991 and maybe 93. With that, because there's a model number change. This one here is the DX-370. So this is just a very basic unit now. A lot of the Texans and stuff like that you get nowadays are the same way. It does not have any sideband. So that does kill a lot of the shortwave communications if you're trying to also monitor into ham radio operations on sideband. So yeah, that does come into play. But it is a great radio all in all. So I got this radio way back at the Goodwill of all the beautiful places to get this at, probably back in 2012. I was moving into my new apartment and I needed a quick just radio, and this was very easy and nice. It did come in the box, but the box did disintegrate. I still do have the top tab because this came from the Goodwill, so it was pre-used, and the gentleman that had before me was actually a firefighter, and from what I can tell, he was monitoring over AM bands for broadcast overseas, and he did leave his name and address on the flap. Of course, he has passed. I looked it up and everything. It's so cool when that happens. A lot of times they're either etched in. A lot of the old operators had all their stuff kind of labelized. Nowadays we just have these, Brother P-Touch labels. But yeah, back in the day it was the Dymo labels where, you'd actually, slot the trigger, and those labels last forever. But he didn't do anything terrible to that, but let's go over just real quick what this radio is. And I can tell you that we have a realistic DX-370. It is catalog number is 20311 Alpha. So I'm not sure if there's a difference in that. If anyone knows what the difference is, if there is a 311 by itself or if there's a 311 Bravo model after this, that'd be kind of cool to know. But this does just have some great coverage, just as a portable radio unit here, running off of 4 AAA batteries. So our range is just our AM 535 through 705 kilohertz, and then we are 1705 kilohertz. Sorry, and we have our just our basic FM band there, and then our shortwave is 3 megs up to 21.75 megs. So that's nice. So yeah, you can't monitor CB, you can't do a lot of the other stuff, but definitely for a world voice of the world radio, I think that's what this says on this. Yes, it does. And I already have it up, powered up with batteries. I've actually tested it out, and I'll put this at the end of the video. But yeah, this is just a very basic radio. I just use this to, there is, just your mode switch at the top there, and you can do, anything you kind of want to do if you want to travel, but you're definitely not getting shortwave ham broadcasts, as most of those on HF are going to be sideband. And there we have our 6-volt DC, and then we have a headphone jack, no external, but of course we can do our old school clip, and just, that's kind of why this was left open. And so at the end there, and it is kind of built for an alligator clip. So yeah, you can take it to your external antenna and just clip it to it and get some better broadcast. But still a very, very cool radio. So we'll go ahead and see if we can get in our beautiful WTWW on the band. Awesome station to get. So let's see. Hey guys, I forgot to even mention that Wilson was just hanging out in the back there. He's not been absent from the channel like you thought. He's been doing all the editing behind the scenes. Of course, he doesn't have hands, so it's been a little tough for him. But yeah, he was pissed that I was starting and finished the DX-370, and he wanted to see how I do it from my side vantage point, since he doesn't get to see my pretty face. So I do apologize, Wilson, but yeah, he's on the channel. He's just doing stuff in the background more or less. So I figure that would be a best video to bring him in on, is a castaway on a beautiful shortwave radio from Realistic. So let's get to it. I mean, you'll just enjoy it. It's all the good music, and it's a great station. All of a sudden, they'll pop out talking about an ICOM. They'll talk out. I mean, it's so cool how it's promoted and sponsored, and it's a great radio station. But yeah, we're able to pull it in on the old DX-370. I'm glad I actually picked this up, and yeah, I wish I still had the box, but yeah, that box disintegrated. It was all that glue, just, you know, that you understand how Radio Shack products were packaged. But yeah, it was so cool to listen to, so that was awesome.